welcome to Roanoke County Today. I'm Teresa Hall, Roanoke County's Public Information Director. It's April, and that means spring is in the air and time to talk summer camps. Plus, ever wondered what it's like inside a busy 911 center? Now's your chance to find out. Those segments and much more, hope you'll stay with us. Communications, in conjunction with other sponsors, will be hosting an EWaste Recycling event this month. Nancy Duval is the county's solid waste manager and is here to share details of exactly what we mean by e-waste and to give us the dates for this event.
The event is April 24th. It's at the Civic Center. It's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's for homeowners to bring their e-waste, which is computers, hard drives, TVs, cell phones, just anything like that.
These sound like items that you should not put in your regular garbage, household garbage, when you take that out.
That's true. Each of these items has a small components of different materials that just really aren't good to put into the ground because they could eventually leach into the water system.
Are you expecting a pretty large crowd? Because I know when you've had events like this in the past, they've been pretty well attended.
Yes, they have been. We always get a huge crowd, and as long as the weather's good, then there'll be a lot of people out there.
Are there items that you won't be accepting?
Yes, there are some items that we can't take, like refrigerators, washers, dryers. It's not for that kind of thing because you can set those out to the curb. They don't take acid batteries or they don't take smoke detectors. Those are the two big things that people tend to show up with that they can't take.
Is it really nice to have this type of event sponsored with local businesses?
It is. I think it really is. I think when you get the whole valley involved and have a bunch of people, into it, then it really helps it out a lot.
You typically get calls from people wondering what to do with old computers and old printers,
yes,
old cell phones.
We do. There's so much information out there about this stuff not being good to throw away that most people do care and they don't want to put it out for us to pick up. So we get a lot of calls. So it's nice to have these type of events that we can direct them to. And most time people don't mind holding on to this kind of stuff.
Especially if they know that there is a recycling event coming up. Are these items that you could take to the Tinker Creek transfer station at some point, or do you really need an e-waste day set aside for these types of items?
Eventually we hope to get an e-waste site set up at Tinker Creek. It's not any time in the near future. So this is the type of event we have to have. I mean, I think technically you can throw these things away, because you're a small quantity generator, homeowners are, but we prefer that you don't.
Because if you think about if every person did that, the cumulative effect.
The cumulative effect. So we much prefer that people use these events. So it's really good when Cox does something like this for us.
And it's in conjunction with Cox, but other sponsors, many other sponsors as well.
Yes, there are a lot of other sponsors, and Roanoke County is a full supporter of what they're doing.
All right, could you give us the time, date, location for this event one more time?
It's April 24th at the Roanoke Civic Center from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, and before we let you go, I'd like to, since it's springtime, spring's in the air, a lot of people want to start cleaning out. What should folks know about the Tinker Creek transfer station and bulk and brush pickup?
We provide bulk and brush pickup every other week for Roanoke County residents. The schedule is on our website. It's for things like large quantities of brush, for if you're doing a household clean out, furniture, appliances, things like that. And Roanoke County residents are allowed to take their material to the transfer station 20 times a year free of charge. Tinker Creek is open from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to 1 on Saturday.
All right, Nancy, some good, helpful advice. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. Good luck with the event.
Thank you.
And stay with us. We'll be right back.
I am stuffed.
After that meal, I have got to pass gas.
Powder room's right there.
No! Daddy's gas can kill us all!
That's right. Toxic clouds like the one I'm about to unleash could make everyone deathly ill. Even that baby of yours. Be right back.
Secondhand smoke contains hydrogen cyanide and other deadly gases.
What a guy.
He is a keeper.
Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
Hello, my name is Clay Goodman. I'm the Roanoke County Administrator. I'm here today with Diana Roosevelt, Roanoke County Library Director. And we're here to talk about the spring book sale at 419 headquarters. Diana, could you explain what's going on?
About the middle of April, we'll be holding our annual spring book sale at the headquarters library in 419. And it's actually a Friends of the Library project. They run it every year to raise funds to help support library programs.
Great. How often is the event held?
We have book sales twice a year. We have one in April during National Library Week, and then we have another one in the fall in October.
Okay. What types of materials will be available for purchase?
We have all sorts of materials. It has everything. There are books, there are DVDs, movies, computer software, games, almost anything. We've even had photographs, statues, whatever people have donated, that's what we have for sale.
You said some are donated. Where do the books and the materials come from other than donations?
Most of the books you'll see in the book sale are donations. They're usually books that people have had in their own collections, or maybe they've picked up at another book sale, and they give it to the friends of the library who sort them all out into categories and set them up on tables in our book room, our meeting room, and then people come in on Saturday morning. That's when the sale begins, and go from there.
You have some special sales events during the event also. Could you describe those?
We do. We learned a long time ago that having kind of a markdown sale near the end of the sale helped us move the last of the books, get them adopted. So last year we adopted a new half price day, which is the Wednesday near the last end of the sale, and as the name suggests, people can buy anything in the sale for half its marked price. On Box Day, that's when the real bargain hunters come out. That works for the people looking for books, and it works for us, because you can come to the sale on Box Day and buy as much as you want that will fit in a box or a bag for $3. And we really don't care what size box you bring. You can bring a refrigerator box if you can get it in the door and get it out. So,
okay.
Lots of people love Box Day because it gives them a chance to really load up on the bargains.
Great. Well, how are the funds or proceeds from this sale? How are they used?
Well, this is a great thing. The Friends of the Library are such a wonderful support organization, and I don't know if people realize that every single penny of the book sale funds goes to support library programs. In the past, they've done all sorts of things that help us do our work every day. They have purchased the new self-checkout machine at Headquarters Library. They are the sole sponsors of the summer reading program that involves thousands of children every summer in reading. They provide the incentives and the special programs and the events. Just day to day, they buy computers, they do all sorts of things for us. But so that money that you spend at the book sale is a great investment. It all comes back to the library.
Oh, great. Can you still buy after the sale dates?
You can. The library gets donations all year long, and although we try to preserve most of them for the book sale, sometimes the quantity just gets overwhelming, so we do put some out for sale all throughout the year. And if you go into any county branch library, you can buy books from the Friends book sale carts.
While we're talking about libraries, would you like to give some information to the public about the South County Library Project?
Oh, I would love to. South County Library Project is underway. Actual construction is underway, which we're really pleased to tell people. If they happen to go by the Merriman Road site, they'll see that the ground has been cleared and the pad's been laid out. Lots of activity over there. It's been a pretty bad winter and not a great spring with a lot of rain, but nonetheless, things are going on. And in the background, a lot of other things have happened. The steel for the building's been ordered and fabricated, and a lot of the furnishings have been finalized, the plans for that, and a lot of the background work's gotten done when the weather wasn't cooperating. So the project's moving ahead, and we hope to see some progress very soon.
We do. Thank you.
We do.
Well, thank you, and we'll be back in a few moments.
Personal foul? Inactive activities on a glorious day.
Huh?
Let's get out there and play!
Sweet.
Ooh, freeze!
When do I get to be in? Uh-oh.
Hey, Reggie, frozen people can't talk.
PLA!
An hour a day.
I'm in. There are lots of great play ideas online, but don't stay too long.
For the past few months, we've been bringing you updates on the county's budget situation. We're joined now by Brent Robertson, who is Director of Management and Budget for the county. Brent, we're in early April now. What can you give us in terms of an idea of how we're dealing with the current budget year right now?
The current budget year, we seem to be in pretty good shape. To date, we think our revenue projections are indicating that we might end up $200,000 or $300,000 below the projections that we made at this time last year. However, some of the savings measures that we've put in, primarily through the freezing of positions through our job bank process, will probably easily cover any shortfall in revenues that we would have for this year.
What makes the job that you do so difficult? Trying to determine what the budget is going to be for the current year and then looking at next year. Just for the viewers who are watching, can you explain a little bit of what you do?
Well, that's a really good question, but I think the really difficult part is that the budget is based on the amount of money you have to spend, which is our revenues, and just about everything can affect the revenues, and many of those we can't even anticipate. So things that happen at the national level, the state level, as well as the local level can have an impact on the various income streams that we have, and it's very difficult to guess what those will be. And for now, where we're doing our revenue projections, that is for a period ending of June 30th, 2011. So that's 13 months from now.
So I guess that's why each time we do these updates, the numbers are constantly changing. It's because in your world, they are changing.
Yes, as each month when we get new revenue reported to us from the Treasurer and the Finance Office, we recalculate our projections to see where we sit, and that we may make changes that we report to the Board of Supervisors.
The county's been dealing with this budget crisis, if you will, for at least a couple of years now. Besides talking about job freeze that's essentially in place, what other measures has the county taken to try to balance the budget over the past couple of years?
Well, when we were under budget development for the current year, all departments got an operational cut of about 10%, which impacted their operations, but they were able to do that without directly impacting citizens' service levels. In addition, we've restricted travel and training to try to keep it within the state and do a lot in-house these days. As well as when we developed this year's budget, we did defer and cut some capital projects within the county.
Let's skip forward a little bit and talk about the budget for next year. What are you hearing from the state, and what are you observing locally in terms of trying to put together something that the county administrator can take to the Board of Supervisors in mid-April?
Well, when we began the budget process, unfortunately, based on some of our initial projections, we did have to give operating departments another operational budget cut, which equated to approximately another 10% this year. In addition, since our last show that we put together, we have gotten the final state budget, and the Virginia Municipal League and the Virginia Association of Counties have given us the locality-specific information, and fortunately it was not as bad as we were anticipating about a month ago. So we are in a better position today from state revenue. Still pretty bad. It's still probably, we received around $1 million cut from the state, but we were anticipating it could be $2 to $2.5 million.
So much better news.
Yes.
Bring us up to date on transfer to schools. What do we know right now in terms of county government and county schools?
Well, the schools fared better in the state budget that was finalized in the last few weeks as well. We were anticipating at one point giving the schools an additional $3.7 million of new revenue to help them mitigate their approximately $11 to $12 million in cuts. They received a little additional allocation from the state than they were expecting, and we were able to reduce our transfer to them by about $650,000, so that helped our expenditure budgeting as well, and the schools were able to develop and balance their budget, fortunately without any teacher layoffs.
Right, and that's the result of $3 million. In the end, it was a $3 million transfer.
Yes.
When will the county administrator go before the Board of Supervisors to present a proposed budget?
He is scheduled right now to present a balanced proposed budget to the board on the 13th of April in a budget work session that we will have here at the county building.
And when will the citizens have an opportunity to comment?
The citizens will have the opportunity to comment at a public hearing that will be held the meeting after, which will be April the 27th, and that will be held around 7 o'clock in the evening, or whenever they can get to that after they conduct the board's business.
Okay, and as always, this information is available on your webpage?
Oh, yes.
Budget management and budget updates?
Yes, it's actually, you can go to the Roanoke County homepage, and there'll be a budget update button on our homepage that will take you to the Department of Management and Budget's homepage that will have all of the information we've shared with the Board of Supervisors through our budget development process this winter.
I know, it's a lot of information, so
Yes.
that's a good site to go to.
Yes.
All right, Brent, as always, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
And stay with us. We'll be right back. A week has been set aside in the month of April to honor the nation's 911 dispatchers. To help spotlight National Telecommunicators Week, we're here in Roanoke County's 911 Dispatch Center. For those of you watching at home, this segment is somewhat ironic. We are taping this segment on March 30th, and just hours earlier, a plane crashed off of Peters Creek Road. We're joined now by Pat Shoemate, April Payne, and Roy Davis. And April, you were here in the dispatch center earlier when the plane crashed. Can you tell us what it was like when those calls started to come in?
They were just rolling nonstop for a few minutes. I mean, we had the power go out here first, and the generator kicked on. So we knew something probably happened in the area, and then that's when the phones lit up then. And so we knew something was going on. Then we got the call saying that it was in the area. They weren't sure exactly where it landed.
What is it like to take a call like that?
Kind of stressful, especially when they don't know where it is and you're trying to send them help as fast as you can.
And Pat, you said you were in here and you said it was just kind of crazy for a short period of time. Describe what you saw.
Well, I think what I became aware was the phones ringing, and the dispatchers were already springing into action to capture those phones, get the information recorded, and get units on the scene. We know from past experience that we're going to receive phone calls until we get equipment on the scene, and fortunately that happened rather quickly. The police got on the scene, and fire and rescue were right behind them, and then the calls dropped off and things kind of calmed down, and we were able to coordinate things a little better than at that point.
Roy, what is it like for you to be a 911 dispatcher in a 911 center when things are getting chaotic?
Well, really, it's when we have to go back to our core training, how we were trained in the academy, and you have to buckle down and handle the basics, which, of course, getting the phone lines answered for the citizens, getting necessary units to where they need to go, and it can get crazy at times, and it does seem very chaotic, but in the end, we have no problems getting anything done that we need to get done in here.
April, how do you stay calm during moments like the calls that you were taking about the plane crash?
You just have to step out of yourself, just not really think about what's going on until after it's over with. Right now, you've got to get them the help they need and process what information they're giving you. Then it's the later part when you go, oh, that's what just happened.
You know, a lot of people, Pat, feel like these are the people on the front line, even though you never see them. Is that what's at the heart of National Telecommunicators Week?
Certainly is. I think Congress recognized the fact that 911 telecommunicators or 911 dispatchers are often unseen and sometimes overlooked, simply because they're tucked away in a room somewhere on the other end of a phone line or the radio. And that's what Telecommunicators Week is about, to recognize those individuals for the contribution that they make towards public safety, and to recognize that these individuals are the first responders, that they're with the victim until
help arrives.
And it's a very vital job to keep their head and keep calm when all others around them are losing theirs. And we talk about the chaos in here, and that's really not a fair term. It's just a lot of phones ringing. It was anything but chaos. Everybody had a job and knew what to do, and it's more like a well-oiled machine, but there was a lot of activity. To the casual observer,
it would seem like chaos.
It would seem like chaos. So,
but there's really a method to everything that's going on.
It certainly is.
Roy, what does National Telecommunicators Week mean to you, to get that appreciation for the job that you do?
It means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to the other dispatchers in here as well, because, as you say, we're kind of behind the scenes, and we're the first ones to text the incoming calls or in the radio traffic, but we're not really seen in the public as much. So it's kind of nice for us to be recognized for the work that's done behind the scenes that kind of makes the other things click and fall into place.
Now, Pat, this National Telecommunicators Week, you've got events planned for every day, but also one event planned for the public too, to get in, to be able to come in here and to see what goes on.
Yes, we do. On Saturday, April the 17th, from noon until 3 p.m., we're going to host an open house here that any citizen or anybody actually that wants to come in and look, take a tour of the dispatch center, talk to some of our communications officers, see firsthand what the dispatchers do and how they do it, some of the equipment that they use and the technology that's in play to help do that job and get help there when you need it as quickly as we possibly can. Seconds save lives.
Yes, they do. And Roy, you have a web page on the Roanoke County website, and I guess this information will be on there?
Yes, ma'am. That will be on there as well. And I encourage people to go out there and check out our website. We have news stories related to this type of industry. Also, we have things out there to alert the public about general information about what we do and things that they can call us about and what kind of information we can provide.
Well, I can say without a doubt the public appreciates everything that you do. Roy, April, Pat, thank you so much for sharing your insight into the experience you had today, and then also for telling us about National Telecommunicators Week. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. And stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
Welcome back. I'm Dan O'Donnell, Assistant County Administrator, and I'm here with Scott Ramsberg from the Roanoke County Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism here at beautiful Camp Roanoke on a beautiful sunny day. And what type of setting could be any better than to talk about the summer camps that your department offers? Thanks for being with us, Scott.
No problem.
Well, could you tell us all about Camp Roanoke and what the overnight camps are like and who they're for, and just tell us what that's all about.
Well, Camp Roanoke's been around since 1925. It's accredited by the American Camp Association, which means it's really hit the highest standards of camp safety regulations to make sure that the kids have a really safe, friendly environment to grow and learn. The camp itself is for grades rising K through 12th graders, and the youngest kids stay just for the day. It's called our Discovery Program. There's actually free satellite transportation from Tanglewood Mall out here to camp, which is about 20-30 minutes away. Mm-hmm. They get the experience of camp without having to stay overnight. Maybe they don't want to stay for extended periods of time away from their family. Then as they get older, rising 3rd through 5th graders can actually stay overnight,
right?
And experience some of the great things on camp, like the climbing tower. We have a 44-foot climbing tower. Wow. We have a zip line. Of course, the Spring Hollow Reservoir, go canoeing out on the lake. As they get older than that, we actually take them on off-site expeditions, things like caving, kayaking, rock climbing even, mm-hmm. and local venues. And the oldest campers, which is called our TREX program, this is for rising 9th through 12th graders, 8th through 12th graders. They go off-site to West Virginia and the beaches of North Carolina. You can choose between 2 trips, and those programs are actually almost full, so register quickly for that. You can find out about it at camproanoke.com.
That's great. So it's not just stay at the camp for a week, but you actually have camps that travel out all over the area.
You get hot meals, you get off-site adventures, you get accredited professional staff. You couldn't really ask for more for your kids.
That's great. Now, in addition to the overnight camps, we do all kinds of other camps. How about full-day camps?
Well, with full-day camps, this is now the 12th year that we've been offering our Kids in Camp program. It's offered this year out of Bonsack Elementary Schools and Penn Forest Elementary School. These are enrichment programs designed especially for working parents who have to drop off their kids around 7:30 in the morning or so, mm-hmm. and pick them up after 5:30 at night. But it's more than just an enrichment program. They go off-site every day to a new trip. They go to the movies. They go on Fridays to the new Splash Valley Water Park.
Great.
And they also get two snacks per day. You got to bring your own bag lunch, but it's a great enrichment program with again a professional staff, the same staff that runs our After School for Kids program, and it's at those 2 locations. And also new this year, a similar camp at Green Ridge Recreation Center. We call that Green Ridge Summer Day Camp. Pretty much the same as Kids in Camp, except that's based out of Green Ridge. They still go on off-site trips and daily time in the swimming pool. That's my favorite part.
Well, great. We have a lot more to talk about, but let's take a little look around this Camp Roanoke.
Sure. Let's go down, take a look at the fire pit.
Sure.
This is the campfire circle here at Camp Roanoke, and believe it or not, this is the oldest structure on the campus of Camp Roanoke. It was actually built in 1925. You come here any night of the week during the summer, you'll see kids eating s'mores, campfire stories being told, and a lot of fun being had.
This is great. You know, the facilities here are just amazing, and it's just such a beautiful place that I want to come to camp here myself.
Roanoke County's really done a lot with it since they took over.
They don't have the over 45 camps, I don't think, so I probably don't qualify. But in addition to the camps here, we also do a lot of other things. We have half-day camps. Can you tell us what those are?
We have camps at locations throughout the Roanoke Valley, Brambleton Center, the Green Ridge Recreation Center, and some of our local schools. The camps start as young as ages 3 to 5. It's our preschool programs. They meet for only a few hours a day to give kids the taste of a camp, where it's a fully supervised drop-off program, but only for a few hours on 3 consecutive days. They're themed activities, crafts, and such. As they get older, they stay for a little bit longer period of time, and for the whole week for about 9 to noon. Those camps are themed activities like Knights of the Round Table Camp and Arctic Expedition Camp, arts and crafts experiences, and even a theater camp, which is new this year. And finally, as they get older, we have some teen camps where they can go off site to our local state parks and travel around to different areas. They're called our teen travel camps. We've actually expanded that program to 3 separate sessions this year because they've been so popular.
Scott, we've talked about a lot of programs here at Camp Roanoke, but how about the Green Ridge Combo Camp? Can you tell us about that?
It's a new program this year where select programs in our camp guide can be combined with the other half of the day at Green Ridge Recreation Center. All you have to do is look in our camp guide. They have an asterisk by them if they can be combined, and you go to the morning at your specialty camp. Some of these are athletics camps, some are arts and crafts camps. Then you are transported to Green Ridge Recreation Center for the other half of the day, where you get to swim every afternoon in the pool and Splash Valley Water Park. So it's a great way, if they need full day enrichment, to turn a half day program into a full day program and have a lot of fun too.
Well, great. So there's a lot of different camps. I'd like to look around a little bit more, and then we'll talk about some more of your camp information.
Well, let's go up and take a look at the cabins. Good. These are the cabins at Camp Roanoke. The 8 cabins here can actually accommodate about 80 individuals on a given week, and believe it or not, they're all air conditioned.
Air conditioned, and 80 kids?
That's right.
I bet 80 kids would make up several sports teams. So why don't you tell us about our athletic camps?
Well, I can tell you about that. We've actually got more athletics camps this year than ever before, representing 14 different sports. Things like softball, baseball, basketball, football, lacrosse, and a new one this year, which is archery. These are our most popular camps. Actually, soccer is our most popular of all camps. Soccer offers both half-day and full-day programs, but really a lot of variety, all designed to teach your kids the fundamentals and give them a leg up when they want to join a team.
And they could join a wide variety of Roanoke County rec leagues.
Absolutely.
To get on a team.
That's right.
So that's a great way to tie your programs together. Now, one of the things I'd like to ask you about is what's called the Tell a Friend discount. Could you tell us what that is?
Well, it's a new program this year. If you register before May 29th and you get a friend to register, you can get up to $25 off. Here's how it works. You first you register for the camp you want to go to. It could be Camp Roanoke, could be an after school, the Kids in Camp program, or a half-day camp. Then you tell your friend that to mention your name when they sign up. This has to be done on phone rather than online. Call 387-6078. That's our administration number, 387-6078, extension 0, and say that you want the Tell a Friend discount. And they will get the discount immediately when your friend signs up, and you will get a credit on your account for the same amount.
So that's the Tell a Friend discount.
Tell a Friend discount. So you both get the discount. This can be applied even if you've already gotten an early bird special, which was before April 12th. So it's that simple. You sign up and you get $5 off for half-day camps, and you get $10 off $25 off for the full-day programs.
Well, that's an awful lot of information about a lot of programs and camps that your department offers. So in general, if somebody wants just general information about Roanoke County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, or any of the camps we've talked about today, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, the easiest way is on our website, which is www.roanokecountyparks.com. Just log on, and on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a link for summer camps. So click on the link on the left-hand side of your screen on roanokecountyparks.com. That'll let you get into all the camps, half-day, full-day, Camp Roanoke, and everything else. Or, of course, you can call us, which is that number I just mentioned, 540-387-6078. Hit extension 0, and our staff will be happy to talk to you.
Well, great, Scott. Thanks for being with us. This is going to be an exciting summer, and I can't wait to go to camp.
That's all for this edition of Roanoke County Today. For more information on the programs and events mentioned in this show, please visit our website at roanokecountyva.gov. Hope to see you again next month.